Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about the difference between competence and performance as far as grammatical error or mistake is concerned. First of all, we have to know that these two terms were proposed by Noam Chomsky. So, what is the difference between competence and performance? Competence is the abstract knowledge that is internalized in our minds. Okay, so it is a innate faculty that is where in our mind. Okay, what we read, what we study, the knowledge, the information that we read or we learn. But performance is the production. So when we produce something, when we perform, when we do something, this is performance. Okay? So simply to put it in other words, that the difference between competence and performance, as if here the difference between knowing and doing. What we know in mind, okay, and what we do. So doing something here is what is performance. We are producing. So this is the difference between two terms. So what is the relationship between these two terms and grammatical mistakes or errors? For example, let us explain this example. When we have subject, singular subject, in present simple case, we put what for the verb? We put what? Good. We put s if singular. For example, he plays. He plays. So I or you or we know that we put s to the subject if the to the verb, sorry, if the subject is what is singular. So this is rule in our mind in competence. We know it. We read it. Okay, we have learned it. So there is no problem here. I know this rule. But when I produce it, or when I mean here in production, whether saying or writing here, I make mistake. So for example, I say he play, not he plays, or I write he play. So this is where is the problem here? In performance or competence? What do you think? Good, in performance, because competence, the mind knows the role were in mind, but in performance I make mistake. Maybe I'm speaking very quickly, or when I wrote something, maybe I was quick or something like that. So this is what this is grammatical mistake, because we have where the problem is with performance, not with competence. But sometimes no, when you ask someone, he says sorry, this is grammatical mistake, not error. For example, when you ask someone or when someone says he play, you tell him, are you sure he play or he plays? What do you think? He says, huh? I don't know. He play. He play. He says he play. So what is the problem here? What do you think? With performance or competence or both? Both. Performance and competence. Competence. He or she does not know the rule that we put S for the verb. So here we have the problem with what? Performance and competence. In this case, we have what? We have a grammatical error, not a grammatical mistake. Because we have a problem here with both competence and performance. In the first situation, where the problem with performance? Competence is good, okay, but performance put you down here. So in the second case, in both of them, second situation, in both of them, but we have another situation. Yes, for example, I say he plays. My mind know the rule or knows the rule here, and I say he plays. I say he plays, and I know my mind, in my mind, my knowledge, I know that we put S here. So in this case, both of them are correct. There is no problem with performance or competence. Both of them are okay. Okay, so we have here, as if we have three cases here. Sometimes we have a problem with performance. Competence is okay, but the problem is with what? With with performance. Sometimes with both of them, competence and performance, sometimes we don't have problem. Okay, both of them are right. Thank you so much. And if you have any question or any comment, you can ask.